Once, during the time of the Buddha, he resided in the city of Vesali, in a gabled chamber within the Great Grove. It was during this period that the Buddha recounted the story of a certain Likavi king, a man of remarkable piety and dedication. This king deeply revered the Buddha, the Dhamma, the teachings of the Buddha, and the Sangha, the community of monks. He diligently upheld the 5 precepts, and on full moon days, he observed the higher precepts. One day, the king invited the Buddha and his monks to a sumptuous lunch. He meticulously decorated his palace and prepared an elaborate dina alms-giving ceremony. The king's queen, however, was not considered attractive. She had a stout and heavy build, and her pallor was reminiscent of a corpse. Her physical appearance was unremarkable, and she lacked the grace or beauty typically admired. After the almsgiving ceremony, the Buddha spoke on the benefits of generosity and commended the merit of the event. When the Buddha returned to his own quarters, the monks gathered in the evening to hear his teachings. They began discussing the queen's lack of beauty compared to the king's own commendable appearance. The monks wondered aloud how such a pious and handsome king could live with such an unappealing queen. When the Buddha arrived and took his seat, he asked, "Monks, what were you discussing before I came? And how much more remains of this discussion?" The monks responded, "Lord, we were not engaged in any of the 32 types of forbidden speech you have cautioned us against. We were reflecting on how this devout and handsome Likavi king lives with a queen who is unattractive and lacking in merit. We were questioning how such a king could accept such a queen." The Buddha replied, "Monks, this is not the first time this Likavi king has lived with an unpleasant-looking woman. He has done so in the past as well." The monks, eager to understand the connection, requested the Buddha to reveal the past story. They made a respectful Anjali, a gesture of homage with their hands, and implored the Buddha to unveil the tale hidden like a gem buried in clay. The Buddha began the tale from the past. Long ago, in Benares, there was a king named Brahmadatta. In this era, the Bodhisattva, the future Buddha, was serving as the king's minister. One day, a woman from a remote area, known for her lack of physical beauty, went about her daily tasks. She had no particularly attractive features and was quite corpulent. As she attended to her needs in an open area due to the absence of a proper bathroom, the king, observing from his palace, noted her unshapely figure and thought, "Despite her appearance, this woman is evidently strong and resilient. If she were to bear a child, that child would likely possess great merit and potential. Thus, she would make a suitable queen." The king discovered that the woman was unmarried, and he decided to bring her to the palace. He adorned her with gems and married her with the sacred water ceremony. The queen grew to be very dear to the king, and he was increasingly fond of her. In time, she bore him a son who became a universal monarch, ruling with great prosperity and power. The Bodhisattva, then known as Bāhiya, noted the woman's rise from humble beginnings to become a queen, and thought it pertinent to use her story as a lesson. He told the king, "This queen, who came from a distant village and maintained her dignity even in modest circumstances, rose to a high position in your court. She bore a son who became renowned and powerful." This example teaches us the value of learning and upholding good qualities, rather than just acquiring worldly skills. By maintaining her integrity, she achieved great success. The Buddha emphasized the importance of cultivating virtuous qualities over superficial attributes, and concluded the sermon by linking the past to the present. The king of old was the same king as today, and the queen was the same queen. The minister who advised the king wisely, teaching him the Dhamma and how to care for his subjects, was I, the Buddha. The moral: look deeper than appearances,